What is up, and welcome to Loose Beats, where we chill out and make a beat. I'm Toby, aka Kushing from the T&D YouTube channel. Make sure you check out everything we do. And today we got a new beat for you called New Toys. I'm going to go ahead and show you a little sample of what we're going to get into here. All right, so you got the idea of it. You know, it's a real simple approach. Got it's definitely kind of trap feel to it. I want to show a couple little ideas hidden in here. First, we got this taped marimba, and it's just playing all of our keys, and it's just keeping everything a little more upbeat. And I can show you here our MIDI. But yeah, this one's got some nice chord progressions in it. Just keeping it interesting enough, and I left the velocities, you know, just however they came out, just left them the same, but just gives it a little tiptoe feel, like you're creeping around, you know. And see, with that, wanted to do something different. This was kind of a one that me and a friend made. Kind of wanted to just come out a little more world sounding, you know. And so we went with this African kit, and it had some good things in it. You got a lot of hand drums. Couple bells. You got some little sleigh bell sounding things, and you got a tambourine. But yeah, it's got this nice little world kit, and kind of just ran through them in different ways down here. You can check that out at the bottom. Just really using it more like you would a hand drum, you know, playing a pad like you would a hand drum. And I like that approach. You know, it's kind of like you kind of ride it out a little different. But yeah, you can hear what kind of came out there. I've seen a lot of people play pads different ways, you know, like most people go the approach of just like a two-handed, like you keep a hi-hat going and you alternate between that and a snare, something like that. But I really like the one-handed multi-finger approach, kind of like almost like a keyboard. But I've also seen people like full-on like set up similar notes in the area and kind of just like beat on them like that, play them. I don't like that approach, but somewhere in between, I think, is just find your own way to play the pads, because there's no perfect way to do anything, you know. But down under this, we got these South African singers. Let's see. It's through a sampler too. It's got some weird tones in it, you know. I kind of wanted to bring out the organ effect a little bit. When you do it down low, you got these different actual like human sounding ones, you know? But when you get up in the octaves, it almost sounds like a scream or a synth maybe, you know? It just doesn't sound like a human being at that high of a pitch, but kind of have it working through our chord progressions. But I liked it not sounding like human just because it brought out that synth tone. And with the keys sound, it kind of blends to make an organ sound a little bit. But I wanted to use it more like that. And let's see, we got a little bass that comes in too. I may want to add an actual organ just with some swipes and stuff, you know, something a little different through it. But we got this subby bass. that comes in, and it's just kind of simple. It's really just keeping things steady and just hitting our main notes. But what I want to do with it, though, because I want to replace it with an 808, but I haven't found one that really fits this tone yet. I don't want something too blown out speaker sound. I don't want anything to rattle the trunk. I kind of just want like a more pop 808. I'm gonna have to go through and find a good one that I like. But for now, that's just kind of taking the place. And I mean, with everything that's going on with the drums, so we got the the hand kit going, and then we have this kit right here, which, let's see, which is doing the actual beat behind it. Now this is a pretty simple beat setup here. We've only got 2 different patterns. I'll show you. Only a couple micro edits, not too much. Pretty simple setup. I got this this kick, it's kind of a smashed kick. It just sounds kind of like overly compressed and squished together. Like, doesn't sound very good. And I kind of like it sitting in the background, making it a little more boom bappy kind of tone. And then we got this really tiny, thin 707 hat. And then a real scratchy vinyl snare. And so it kind of gives it that lo-fi sound, but the hats are so thin, though, that they kind of they shine through more like an 808. And so we got a couple different patterns. And then this one has a few micro edits here. Yeah, pretty simple, straightforward. But the magic for me is when these actually come in together. So they just seem to fill each other's spots, fill each other's holes, and they get along. So it ends up this like 90s boom bap world sound, and so that comes out pretty different. And so that's pretty much our whole thing. This one's a real simple approach. Like, I kind of just wanted to show like a straightforward approach to a drum heavy beat. This one's kind of driven by all of the drums. There's not much room for many melody changes or even like a lead. If you're gonna have a vocal, I feel like even having a synth lead or a guitar lead over it might distract. Maybe a guitar lead in sections, but that's something to think about too. If you got any ideas on these, if you got anything you would want to add, I'm cool with collabing on all different types of levels. I love to work with different people, and so let me know if you got any ideas. Leave us a like and comment. You can subscribe if you want to the channel. We got a lot of different music shows. We got a podcast, and we set up a Patreon. We got a lot of extra content on there. We do 4 extra shows a month, and we're adding more all the time. So check us out there, and I'm going to go out on this new Toys and let y'all hear what it's about.